Good Morning Wilmington is powered by DART, Delaware's transit service. Moving forward.
Good morning, Wilmington. Good morning, Wilmington. I say good morning, Wilmington. Wake up, y'all. Come on, have a great day.
Good morning, Wilmington. What's going on? I'm your main man, Big Ive, the talk of the town, Mr. DETV, and I'm here with my lovely co-host.
Vincenza. Good morning, Wilmington, and good morning, Ivan.
Good morning, Vincenza. How are you?
I'm wonderful on this sunny Monday morning.
Windy.
Super windy, and my hair was all over the place.
Mine too.
I came in with my hood on trying to keep everything intact, but the wind gust today is just on a high level, let's just say. I believe I was watching the news last night, and the wind gusts are going to be up to, I think, over 50 miles per hour. It's going to feel like.
Yeah.
And this will be like, it will be like this all week long.
Yeah, it was crazy last night.
Yes.
Were you at the restaurant last night?
I was not, but
Okay.
I was out and about running errands on my Sunday, my
Blowing
day
in the
off.
wind.
I know. The snow. It was snowing, like flurries.
Yeah.
Between the wind, the snow, the rain. Last week, all the rain done with, but this week we'll take the windy weather because I believe it's going to be getting up to 70 degrees this
I
weekend.
can't wait. I can't wait.
I'm all about that
enough
spring
of this
weather.
cold foolishness.
Yes.
Yeah.
We don't need any of that.
None of
We
that.
don't need any of that. How was your weekend?
Weekend was good. Weekend was packed with a lot of basketball games. It's March
Okay.
Madness. So I sat there and watched Martin Madness. But first, I want to give a shout out to Ursuline Academy for winning the championship, and Dover Dover High School winning also.
Congratulations.
Gigi, have you met Gigi from Ursuline Academy? Freshman from the north side.
I don't think.
Oh.
Have we ever had Gigi on the show?
We had her on a sports show.
Okay,
about
so
2 weeks ago.
I probably did not have a chance to meet her. So tell us about, who is Gigi?
Gigi's from Northside. I met her at Coomba when I used to teach film at Coomba.
Okay.
And I mean, her basketball game, and I'm talking about when she was in elementary, was amazing. And now that she's a freshman at Ursuline Academy, my old school, she led the Lady Raiders to the championship.
Amazing. So
Yeah.
she has a very bright future.
Oh, future so bright, she has to wear shades. I wanted to say that. I always wanted to say that. But shout out to Gigi.
Yes.
And the glove, her girl over there, Taylor. I call her Tay the glove. So shout out to those two ladies over there and the entire Ursuline Academy Lady Raiders. Shout out to you.
Congratulations.
Other than that, it was NCAA, and I got to relax. I finally got
Which
to relax.
was much needed.
I woke up this morning like,
I know. When you walked in, you're like, okay, I need to take a breath.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, we're starting the week off like that, huh, Ivan?
Yeah.
Well, no other way.
no
right?
other way, and especially when we're bringing in Women's History Year.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, I love that you say that. So, being that it is International Women's Month, we love to say and highlight that we celebrate it all year long.
Yeah. So
All
I'm
the-
super excited
All
about
the amazing women in our lives, and
Yeah.
I'll make a shout out to
Bernice.
Bernice and my mom, Joanna. Our moms,
Yeah.
shout out to both of them, but also all of the women that follow us, that support us,
Yeah.
that just are a part of our journey, and also the village of DETV and Good Morning Wilmington.
Yeah.
And all the incredible people, women, the dynamic women that we've had on the show.
And we're celebrating them this month, and I'm super excited about the guests we have today.
Yes, celebrating International Women's Month. What better person to celebrate it with? Samantha Mitchell. She is the founder and president of Black Women in Aviation.
She's a pilot.
Yes, very. I mean, what better way to celebrate International Women's Month with Samantha Mitchell? So we're
Yeah.
very excited to have her on the show.
And while we're there, let's stick there for a minute before we go back into our weekend.
Okay.
Who else do we have?
So this one's really exciting. So we have Ken Livingston from the United Way. He's the director of Get Delaware Reading, but he is here with winners of the spelling bee.
Wow.
So we're going to talk to them, obviously in a little bit later in the show, but I'll just kind of list our guests, our winners.
Yes.
Adine Finney, Amir Lampkins, and Sarah Barker are here with us to talk about their spelling bee experience and honoring their win.
Did you see the trophies?
The trophies are bigger than them.
Huge.
But I'm sure it is well deserving. So
Yeah,
I'm
most
to
definitely.
talk about the spelling bee, the event itself,
Yeah.
and all the details that went behind it. And obviously, Ken from United Way, very excited to talk to him about that Delaware Reading. As you know, I'm an advocate for promoting literacy through my own nonprofit literacy organization, Success Won't Wait Incorporated. So that definitely is something that's near and dear to me. So very excited to talk to Ken. But anyway, before we go and continue on with talking about our guests, I have to just kind of take it back a little bit. And we talked about it last week, but I just felt like we need to say it again. Congratulations to you, Ivan.
Oh.
And I know you
I'm sitting here like, what? What'd I do?
For being honored from the Newcastle County Chamber of Commerce for your recognition in community service. And I just wanted to highlight that because someone who is an advocate also for promoting not just literacy, but volunteering and community service. That's something that is also near and dear to me. And I wanted to place that recognition and highlight it again today because it is an honor. And it is a very prestigious honor within the state of Delaware. And I congratulate you.
Well, thank you. But I would be amiss to say I would definitely have to thank everyone that's in my life, and especially part of DETV, because I mean, it's a team, right? There's no such there's no such thing as Ivan fed 6,000 people, give out 6,000 turkeys by his damn self. Can't say that. It's the team, because every time I have, and I'll call you and be like, I have a crazy idea, and then we get it done. So on the behalf of DETV, I will be accepting that award, right? Because it's all of us. It's everyone. My man Brandon, my man Ty, Dennis, you, the news team, everyone. We play a huge part, right, in making things happen here.
Well, we're excited for you. We're excited for the team and to be recognized in the state of Delaware. And that event is coming up in the coming weeks. I can't remember the date off the top of my head, but we'll talk about that because I think they're still selling tickets if you want to attend the event. I went 2 years ago, and it was a phenomenal event held at the Chase Center.
Yeah, it's insane.
Packed. Everybody was there. Everybody was there. The governor, the lieutenant governor, the U.S. senators. Everybody was there except for President Joe Biden.
Right.
So
he might show up
He might show up for you.
Yeah, he might
the president might show up for you. But everybody was there, not just our community leaders and political officials, but also very influential people throughout the community that we admire go to this event.
Yeah.
And I was blown away by it when I attended 2 years ago. So I plan on being there for you.
Good, because we're there for the
you.
soup and salad and the awards.
Yes. Maybe a couple of cocktails.
I got you. So I'm gonna be right on stage. I like to say thank you to the guys.
Oh gosh, I don't know what Mom will say about that speech.
Yeah.
We're gonna work
FCC.
on that.
That's what I'm worried about. Friday, Brandon went out. Our guy Brandon went out, and he filmed.
No, Saturday.
Was it? When was Paint the Street? That was Friday.
Was Paint the Street. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Paint the Street was Friday.
St. Patrick's Day Parade was Saturday. Okay.
Is that why you have green on?
Yes.
How'd you know?
How'd you know? Did you? I planned this outfit out for weeks.
Because that's what you do. You plan it out. Yeah.
I planned this outfit out for weeks in honor of St. Patrick's Day week because it is St. Patrick's Day this Sunday. In the state of Delaware, we love to honor St. Patrick's Day more than just for one day or one weekend. We like to offer it for a full week, maybe 2 weeks, because
shout out to the drinks.
Yes, that's how we do things around here. But Friday, what happened?
Paint
on
the
Friday?
street. Paint the street Friday. Brandon went out, and the mayor painted King Street green, wasn't it? Right? King Street green.
Oh, that's
and then the next day was the parade in that rain. How was that, Brandon? It wasn't bad at all. Why?
It was like spurts of rain, right? It was more of like a drizzle, but then it would go away. So, but you can't stop. those St. Patrick's Day parade goers.
No, they're going.
They're going.
Yes.
Rain or shine. And that's what I
Rain-
love about
yeah.
our community. Rain or shine, they are out there. But it was really nice. I've attended the parade before and quite a few times in the past. And it's always been such a fun event that the city of Wilmington hosts. All of the community comes out. People from all over come out. And it's really just a fun party.
Oh, yeah.
But also celebrating the Irish culture, celebrating St. Patrick's Day. Everybody's Irish that day, which is so much fun. So everybody's very welcoming, and obviously all of our community leaders attend the event. But my brother was at the event. He actually was in the parade.
Italo is everywhere, all right?
Italo is
Everywhere.
Shout out to Italo. He was at the event. He said it was a great turnout, even though it was raining. But he walked in the parade, and he said it was really nice to see everyone.
Right.
I think we should do it next year.
Vincenza.
We should be in the parade.
So far we got the polar bear plunge, a couple 5Ks we need to attend,
and a couple of parades.
Yes. Right? Yeah, we all for it.
We should definitely be in the parade next year. That might be a good time.
I'm with it.
All right, so we talked about that. There was a couple of other things I did want to mention. So have you ever been to Dewey Beach?
Nope.
Okay. Highly recommend it that you experience Dewey Beach at least once in your lifetime, especially since you're a Delaware native.
Okay.
It's a good time.
Is it?
It is a good time.
Is it a party time?
It is a party time.
Okay.
And what's nice about it, it's a beach town.
Okay.
But and it's a small town. If never going to or visiting Dewey Beach, it's a small town, and you can really walk from one end of the town to the other in a short period of time. But the iconic Starboard, which is one of the most iconic restaurant bars in Dewey Beach, which is the most southern part, not the most southern part, but the southern part of Delaware. It will be having their big opening weekend.
Oh, wow.
And that is a big deal around here.
And when is that?
This weekend.
Okay.
It's a whole weekend event.
Note to self.
I recommend, if you can't make it this weekend,
I'm going.
you definitely need to make a trip down south and check out the Starboard. I enjoy visiting the Starboard when I have the opportunity to go down south. So shout out to all of the workers, the employees, getting ready and gearing up for the season. Hopefully it's a very successful season. But they get some very famous people.
Yeah, I heard.
Famous people go to the Starboard, you name it. And not only just performing there, but just being a guest there.
Okay.
A customer, just partying. It's a good time.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, so we're going.
We're going this weekend. Starboard, we're on our way. Add it to the list.
Add it to the list, which is okay.
And also I wanted to mention Saturday, March 30th. T. Warren. You remember T. Warren?
Yes, I do.
He's having a sneaker giveaway, the 16th annual BVD shoe and sneaker giveaway. So if you have any sneakers that you're just sitting there that's not just getting dust, give those sneakers to T. Warren. You can call him at 302-420-2152. They do have pickup service available. So I just want to make sure that I mention that because he will be on, I think he's going to be on a show probably later on this week. But I just want to, it just crossed my mind. I want to make sure that we tell the community about that. So it's the 16th annual BVD sneaker giveaway. And, something for the community.
I love
Everything's
that.
for the community.
No, I love that. I love that, our community leaders, and when I mention community leaders, it's not just political officials.
Right.
It's individuals that are just making a difference in our community and doing some incredible things.
Yep.
And they don't do it for recognition.
No, they do it because it's just a part of who they are.
They want to do good, but it also for me, when I volunteer, I never set out to volunteer for an award or recognition. It's so rewarding. Mm-hmm. You just do it because it's what's in your heart.
Yeah.
And you're passionate about it and making a difference in your community because you never know what lives you're touching, someone's life you're changing, making a difference. And that's what it's all about in volunteering. Yeah,
you're absolutely right. All right, let's take a commercial break because I got a couple of words on what these kids to spell for me.
Oh, yes. Wait, before we take that commercial break, there's no Coach Joe today, right?
No Coach Joe.
Coach Joe. We miss you, Coach Joe, from the Blue Coats.
But he's getting ready for a heck of a week in basketball.
Okay.
So if you can't, we're going to say go to the game. If you can't go to the game, you can watch the Blue Coats basketball games here on DETV. Okay. And this week they have a game on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. I believe the games start at 7 o'clock. You definitely want to, and if one thing I love about it, Vincenza, it's a family atmosphere, right? So go take your kids, eat some hot dogs, pizza, get some ice cream, all at the 76ers Chase Fieldhouse. Super time. Have you been yet? Let's add that to the list.
Add that to the list, Ivan. I know Coach Joe always shares with me, Vincenza. You know how he is with that voice. Vincenza, I will pull out the red carpet for you.
He gives me the blue carpet. You get the red one.
Okay. That's cool too. That's cool too. But I have to make it a point because from what I hear about the venue, the games, the events, it's such a beautiful experience and a family experience. It's not just for adults. It's for children, for families, and I love that. That's right here in Wilmington, Delaware.
And you know what else is here in Wilmington?
What is?
Good Morning Wilmington. We're going to take this quick commercial break because I am very interested to hear about this pilot, Samantha Mitchell, here on coming up next on. I was waiting for you to go.
Oh.
We'll be right back. Samantha Mitchell.
DETV has been Delaware's premium provider of creative digital and broadcasting solutions that bridges communities and connects people. We create great stories for all audiences. We deliver independent news throughout Delaware. We are digital platform innovators. And we develop marketing and sales solutions so you can stay connected to your audience. Now, why do we do what we do here on DETV? We do it because we care. So, keep watching and follow us on all of our social media platforms. Remember, DETV, online, on air, on time.
Still searching for cheap gas prices? Dump the pump and ride DART. You can DART to your destination for only $4 all day. Let DART do the driving while you enjoy our free Wi-Fi available on all buses statewide. While scrolling through your favorite apps, don't forget to download DART's free transit app for real-time bus information and enjoy the convenience of contactless fare payment through DART Pass. So what are you waiting for? Dump the pump and try transit. Visit dartfirststate.com or call 1-800-652-DART.
Government doesn't make a move without an agenda, some type of plan. The problem is we haven't been on the agenda. Sometimes we're overlooked. Sometimes our interests aren't the interest of those in power. I'm your host, Kerwin Gaines, on DETV's new show, The Agenda. We're going to do our best to ensure that you, Delawareans, are knowledgeable about what's going on in the Assembly. Federal government, local government, it doesn't matter. We're going to do our best to ensure that folks that make the agenda on a daily basis have to answer for it. Let them explain what they're doing. If it affects you, it's on the agenda.
Good morning, Wilmington. I say good morning, Wilmington.
All right, welcome back, everyone, to Good Morning Wilmington. Our next guest is, our first official guest, and honoring International Women's Month is Samantha Mitchell, the founder and president of Black Women in Aviation.
Go, girl!
That's how we celebrate International Women's Month, that's for sure. Welcome, Samantha. Welcome. How are you?
I am doing amazing. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
No, thanks for coming. I mean, shoot. Look, when we said we're going to honor women, right? And I was like, I know a black pilot. Boom. Black female pilot.
See, so this is where I get to have fun with Ivan.
Right.
Everyone thinks that when you talk about aviation, it's pilot.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So we're here to.
What is it?
So I'm an aircraft mechanic by trade.
Okay. Damn.
Yeah. Different, right?
Yeah.
So we want people to know about all of
We got it. Come on, let's rock and roll.
Let's go.
All right. Aircraft mechanic by trade.
Yeah.
How did you get into flying?
So I'm not flying.
No.
I have flown.
Well, how did you get into that?
How did I get into that?
Yeah.
So my mama. So
It always starts with your mama.
Look, we start with our mom.
Yeah.
It's Women's Month.
Yes,
Like,
yeah.
moms drive it. And
Shout out to your mom.
Shout out to mama. Okay, I know you're watching. But really, it comes down to my mechanical aptitude that I had at an early age. And my mom was like, you need to do this. And I
Okay.
was like, okay, so what does this look like?
Okay.
Right.
And you don't know what you don't know. And for me, I was like, if I'm going to be leveraging my mechanical aptitude, I see car mechanics. And
Right,
so I was
right.
like, I guess I need to be a car mechanic.
Right.
And one day I got a brochure as I was in high school getting ready to prepare for college. And it was from Vaughn College of Aeronautics. And I was like, wait, I don't have to be an auto mechanic.
Wow.
There's an opportunity to be an aircraft mechanic and get a degree.
Okay.
And so that brochure within itself really changed the trajectory of my life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so you did that, right? What was it like? First of all, where are you from?
So born in Jamaica,
Okay,
and I grew up in New York.
got you.
And then I moved to Delaware for work about 20 years ago.
All right, what borough are you from New York?
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn in the house. There's always somebody. Matter of fact, we have a bunch of Brooklyn watchers.
A bunch.
Yeah, the borough, right?
There's
So-
always Brooklyn.
Right.
So my family's originally from Bensonhurst.
Oh.
And they tune in. They're huge fans. Yes, they're fans of me, but they're really fans of Ivan. They love Ivan. So everybody in Brooklyn, all the family, friends, and there's a lot of them because the fan base keeps growing over there. They're tuning in. So I'm sure they're very excited that we have a Brooklyn native
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
show.
Yeah.
So you came to Delaware 20 years ago. And you pursued the career in aviation. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and did you go to school in Delaware?
No, so the college I went to was right by LaGuardia Airport, Vaughn
Okay.
College of Aeronautics. So that's where I went to college.
Okay.
Yeah. And then after college, so quick story. I said I was Jamaican, right?
Right.
So I wanted to work for Boeing. So I'm like, okay, let's go get this job at Boeing.
Right.
And I basically got the job. I was sitting in front of my recruiter like this in St. Louis, and he said, secret clearance, top secret clearance. I said, don't have a job. You're not American.
Right.
And so, like, at that point, I was really at a crossroad, and I said, like, I never had a moment where not being an American citizen mattered.
Right,
And so
right.
my dream job was taken away from me because I wasn't an American.
Wow.
And so I decided, okay, Sam, you need to become an American citizen.
Right.
But during the interim, I still needed a job.
Right.
And so that's where I went back to my college. They were doing recruitment, and Air Jamaica was there. And so I got a job at Air Jamaica, and I became the first female mechanic working out at JFK
Wow.
for Air Jamaica.
Out of here.
Congratulations.
That's
There's that live
Yeah,
audience
that's-
energy. I love that.
That's
wow.
amazing.
That's
That-
an honor. Yes.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah. Okay. Coming from Brooklyn, black female coming from Brooklyn, like what type of obstacles did you have to face and being a mechanic, right? Not a car mechanic, but an industry that's not, you don't see too many representation of us.
Absolutely not. I mean, so
And how did you get through that?
you know, it comes down to you have to think. So I had a mentor, and she said you just have to have thick skin. And even after she told me that, I didn't really understand, because you don't know what you don't know. And as I was going through it, like my first job, being the first female there, like I really had to pave the way. Like
Okay.
I wasn't the first black female.
Right.
So being a woman there, and when I got there, they cleared away all of their magazines, because I mean, we worked third shift at the airport, so there wasn't a lot of other things going on. And so these gentlemen, they were just not supportive. There was a couple.
Right.
So it was really my job to find the allies.
Right.
And so once you find an ally, you really leverage that ally and know that that's your person. And so that's how I was able to really navigate my whole aviation journey, is always just finding that person that is on Team Sam, that's like,
I like it.
look, I got you.
Right.
I like it.
And I'm sure that I always say that your people will find you because you put out that energy, and I believe in that. Like, you have a good heart, you have a passion, you have that drive. Those individuals that are like-minded and then want to see you successful, they find you and you find them. So that's how God works. I do believe in that. That's how it works. And that's amazing that you did find those individuals that help champion you and encourage you through your journey. Because yes, you had to have thick skin. I totally believe that. I really do. Because when I think of aviation, I don't think of women in aviation at all.
Right.
I'm sure now more than ever before, there's so many women in aviation now, but not enough.
Are there a
Not
lot?
enough. I'm sure there's not enough.
The statistics are still low. I mean, I've been in aviation for over 20 years. It's like black women in aviation is less than 1%. Women in aviation is still like less than 10%.
Right.
I mean, the numbers are not growing at the rate in which we would like to see.
Okay.
Like we're still celebrating first.
Right.
Well, Samantha, you're breaking those barriers.
Yeah.
And you continue. Right. You're breaking those barriers. You're continuing to inspire someone, and I'm glad that you're here because you never know who's watching.
Right.
That maybe is afraid to follow their career path in aviation. So that's important that you're here talking about it and having that conversation. But I want to just kind of shift gears a little bit and talk about your foundation, your organization. Tell us a little bit more about Black Women in Aviation, because you do have a specific niche that you talk about and you advocate for. So tell us a little bit more about that.
So, we talk about the non-existence of the community and having a lot of black women. And so I created what I didn't have. When I was going up through the ranks, there were none. And so I didn't really have an opportunity to have that safe space. And I didn't have the opportunity to see the opportunities that were available. And so Black Women in Aviation is really, we operate off of two pillars. And it's really driving the next generation of aviation professionals, all facets, not just pilots, mechanics, engineers, all of aviation.
Right.
And then also looking at those who are in aviation already and being able to create that community and the safe space, because retention is important.
Right.
The way we get beyond the 1% is by fueling the pipeline and retaining those who are already there.
Right. I love it. Some of the initiatives that you have, what are they? Well, I know it's definitely community impact, but I see that you have on your website, you have some things for children.
Yeah, so a couple of weeks ago, we hosted a Future Aviator event, and that was out in Pennsylvania. We connected with and partnered with the airport, and the kids got to front access the ramp. They got to go on these corporate jets.
Damn,
I mean,
call me for the next one.
Right? Grown people don't get these.
Was
I had fun. I feel like I'm feeling that inner child for myself. I'm like, this is cool. The kids really when asked how they loved it, all they talked about was the jets. It opened up an opportunity, and I said, so now that you're exposed to this means now you have to step your game up, because this is the life you want for yourself. Now you see it, you can achieve it.
Right.
And then this Saturday, we're working with Aviation Influence. We have Girls in Aviation Day. That's at the Northeast Airport. And so that's going to be another huge event that we're going to be there. We have Kamora, another New Yorker. So Kamora Freeland, she is going to be there also as a guest, and she has gotten a lot of publicity over the last couple of weeks, just being one of the youngest Black female pilots.
Wow.
And so she's going to be there at 17, so she gets to inspire
17?
She's 17.
So wait a minute, okay, all right.
She don't even have a driver's license.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Wait,
you know New York people don't have driver's
access to. Okay, so back at the event, right, when all the kids, what was their I could just imagine their mind popping, right, being exposed to something like this. This is not about being exposed to cars. This is jets. This is career path. This is what was that like for them?
I saw their eyes, because kids, when it was middle school and high school girls, so they come in and we're at the Fairfield Inn, and so they're in a conference room, and so they're kind of closed off. We're getting to know everyone. But when we took them out onto the aircraft, at the airport, that's when we really saw them excited. They had their shirts on, they were posing, taking pictures, doing TikToks, all of the things. You could just see their energy shift. like watching and being at the questions that they were asking, you saw their minds moving. So it was really, really great to see. And just knowing that, like, we planted seeds.
Yes.
And every time we do that, we're planting more seeds.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Wow. So, okay. So you're a mechanic, motivational speaker, health enthusiast, right? Like, what else is it? I mean, superhero, you know what I mean? What's your best superhero pose?
Oh, well, you know, like, of course, the power pose of women. Hello.
That's right. We did that last week. What's our superhero pose?
Right.
It's a superwoman.
Superwoman pose.
Superwoman pose. So yes, you were saying you wear many hats.
Yeah.
Yes.
You wear many hats, but I think you seem, to me, it seems like you are a spokesperson for Black women in aviation. Not just you have an organization that provides resources and education and continuing the conversation, but you are a spokesperson because you're out there planting seeds, like you said. And that's where you're making the difference and an impact one by one. Like I said, you just never know who is listening and watching, and they're afraid to take that next step. So how can someone reach out to you? Because I'm sure there's someone out there that's listening and watching us today that is interested. How can they reach out to you directly? Tell us the website, tell us ways we can contact you.
So we like to keep things simple.
Right.
Black Women in Aviation. That's the website.
That's simple.
That's the handles. Real simple, right? I mean, when you think about it, and that's how people find us.
Right.
They're like, Black Women in Aviation. And so we pop up.
Yeah.
And so that's how we're able to grow.
Any
Yes.
Instagram?
Yes.
All right, what's the Black
Black
Women?
Women-
That's simple.
Easy.
All right, so I see on the 28th, Black Women in Aviation and the Legacy Flight Academy are teaming up to lead the Delaware inaugural Tuskegee Airmen
Yes.
Expo at Dover. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yes, we are so excited. This is going to be huge.
You got a lot of huge things on the plate right now, on the burner right now.
Busy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're busy too.
Not like this. I'm not a mechanic. I'm playing. Shoot.
So last year, Delaware signed Bill 22, which was recognizing Tuskegee Airmen Commemoration Day. And so a group of us got together and we said, so now what? Like, how do we build upon that? And we said, we want to celebrate it on the day. It's the 4th March of every year. And so we said, let's start and have an event. And we are going to invite like the junior ROTCs and specific schools that are going to be there. They'll get to come. They'll have a day of mentorship. They'll get to see exclusive aircraft that a lot of people don't get to see.
Right.
And really just learn from those who are in the space, because we'll have some specific guests that'll be there that'll be speaking. And so it's a day full of learning and just growing and having access.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't get to go on an Air Force base any day of the week.
I know, right? You just can't walk on.
Just can't walk
Not
on.
this day and age.
No.
I'm super excited. Look, so what we want you to do, where's your camera? That's community camera right there, right?
Okay.
Go ahead and plug everything you want to plug in like 30 seconds.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
Go.
Black Women in Aviation is here to support. I mean, when we talk about the legacy of those giants that were standing on their shoulders, that's what we're all about. Like, we are standing on their shoulders. And so now, like, when we talk about the event that we're having on the 28th, we want you to be a part of that. We want you to support. Go on our website, blackwomeninaviation.com, and see ways that you could support the organization, because we really do want to drive the next generation of future aviators and retain those who are in the aviation industry. And we want you to be a part of it.
Awesome.
My life is complete now.
But you want to know what, Ivan, though? Like, I'll tell you this. One thing that always comes up is the title itself scares people.
Yeah. Why is that?
Because you think you have to be a Black woman to be in Black Women in Aviation.
Oh, all right. Good. There you go. All right.
All right.
All right.
You don't.
You don't.
It's about supporting the organization and the
Right.
cause that we are here for.
Yeah.
So anyone can endorse.
I love that.
Amazing.
I love that. All right. It's
Yes.
time for you to get in aviation. All right. Out of Potsdam in aviation.
He's signing me up for everything. I'm polar bear plunge, parades, aviation. But, you know, if I had more time, I feel that I would be intrigued to learn more about it, because it is a valuable skill set. And it is a very, I think, in my opinion, an incredible career to pursue. So anybody that's interested in pursuing a career in aviation, I could see it being a very successful journey. So I wish you so much luck as you continue to raise awareness for aviation, especially Black women in aviation, but also for women in general, and anybody that's interested in endorsing. Again, don't be a stranger. Come visit us again, right? Keep us up to date with what's happening in the future, because that's really exciting what you're doing, and we don't get to hear about this enough. So thank you for just having this conversation with us and being here.
I think you might need a black woman in aviation podcast, but we'll talk about that later. No, I want to talk about this too, because one thing that we talk about is a lot is about mental health. Right, that's one of our pillars that DETV is standing on. How, and you being a health enthusiast, right, a guru, if you will, like, can you talk a little bit about mental health, like especially in that area of aviation, or just women in leadership, and how women can get some leadway and some help?
I mean, I think it's really important as women and humans to have that support system. You have to have an outlet. You have to have a mechanism in which you know that this is going on. This is the tool in my toolbox that I'm going to leverage in this moment to deal with the situation. So many people don't have the tools, and that's when they run into the problems. So, like, what are the tools that you can leverage? I mean, I do a lot of personal development, and I feel like it's really important to prime my mind. Like, I can't show up with a bunch of men who don't think that I belong at the table and not prime myself for that exposure, and knowing that, like, I have to show up a certain way. Right. Like, I might have to do a little extra than my peer who's a guy, because I'm a Black woman showing up at that table. And understanding the circumstances and knowing that, what do I have to do in order to show up as my best self, and going and really doing the work. And it comes down to that mental priming, and then having the support system in place, because things are going to happen. Right. It's, what do you do when those things happen? And who are you talking to? And so you got to have an outlet.
Gotta have an outlet.
Samantha, keep taking up space. Take up all that space. Make sure you always have a seat at that table. Make room, because that's what we need, because you really are inspiring many, not just in aviation, just in general.
Shit, I'm inspired.
Right. I am too. I am too. And this conversation has been so uplifting even for me, and I'm sure many have felt that energy that you give off, because you do have a really, like, awesome energy, right? We talk about energies all the time on the show.
So if you need a motivational speaker or someone to speak, there is a book now button on the website, and that's blackwomeninaviation.com. I love it. Samantha, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you for having me.
All right. You can stop by anytime you want. Yeah, because I just love what you're doing. I love the exposure that you're giving a community that would never ever think about aviation. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I love it. I love it. All right. Anything else you want to say to the people before we get out?
Support in any way that you can. I mean, we're always here looking for great people to be a part of it. If you're a professional and you want to be a mentor, we're always looking for mentors. And then, I mean, there's always the financial support that's there. So we're here. And it's a nonprofit, and the donate button is on the website. There you go. There you go. Thank you again for coming. Happy Women's Year. Year. Yes, year.
Happy Women's Year.
Right. Yes. That's right. Let's take a break, because when we come back, we're coming back with my man Ken Livingston, United Way, and the Spelling Bee champions. I want to see if they can spell superfragillisticexpialidocious on that. All right.
I bet you they could. All right, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
How did DETV start, and how did you get here?
DETV started approximately 10 years ago in the basement of my home. I had an idea to show people of color doing great things, but what happened was I got to the point that I said, I'm gonna just show people all together doing great things. The motto and the moral was to bring people together instead of using media to rip people apart. And doing that, you know, I just did a lot of hard work, a lot of free stuff, a lot of things of just showing people being themselves. I figured that media, and I saw that media wasn't doing that, so I just decided to give it a shot, not knowing that it would bring me to where I am today. I had a great journey doing it, met some amazing people, did some amazing things, worked on some amazing projects. You know, and with just a lot of hard work and a bunch of sacrifice, I'm here today. I done worked on everyone's campaign in the state of Delaware. And now, you know, I'm just doing what I do and doing it with friends. My biggest accomplishment right now would have to be this, hands down, without a doubt. We want to make sure that we inform the community wholeheartedly. So again, they can have all the information that they need. For more information, you can find us at detvch.com. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Twitter and Facebook under DETV. Be sure to check us out. Tell me what you think.
Hi everyone, my name is Alicia Cooper Wells and I am an independent broker owner. We provide all of your financial needs from mortgages to insurance. We felt like the industry was missing diversity and inclusion, so what better way to fix it than to do it ourselves?
Hi, my name is Diamond Wells and I am WIG, Wells Insurance Group. We offer access to over 20 different carriers.
Today we wanted to provide you with 3 tips on how you can save on both your mortgage and insurance needs. Tip 1, good credit. We definitely know that there can be inaccurate information out there about you, so we suggest you visit annualcreditreport.com, which is completely free, to make sure that the information is correct and accurate.
Tip 2, make sure you take advantage of low mileage discounts, being as though people are working from home. Tip 3, make sure you work with a broker like myself who is able to shop you around. You can reach me at 302-504-6191.
Awesome. And you can reach me for your insurance and mortgage needs as well at 302-494-7712. We look forward to working with you.
Thank you.
The Delaware Mortgage Relief Program is still accepting applications. Funding is limited. Apply today. This grant program provides up to $50,000 to qualified Delaware families for eligible housing-related expenses, such as future or delinquent mortgage payments, property taxes, homeowners association fees, or water or sewage fees. Over $20 million has already been dispersed statewide. The Delaware Mortgage Relief Program. Visit online or call 888-303-4324 for more information.
I'm asking for 45 more years.
I'm asking for my baby girl.
I'm asking to see it up and running again.
I'm asking for all of us.
1 in 8 men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer in their lifetime. Ask about a prostate screening that can detect cancer when it's most treatable, so you can ask for so much more. Visit healthydelaware.org/prostate or call 211 to learn more.
A new beginning, a second chance. Call it what you want, but this is what never giving up looks like. This is what finding someone who believes in you looks like. I thought Goodwill was just a store until a friend told me about Train to Gain through Goodwill's Job Resource Center. After 5 years away, I had a lot of self-doubt and fear about my future, but Goodwill had my back, and today, I love where I work. They matched me with an employer who believes in second chances, and now I have a new start thanks to Goodwill.
To learn more about Goodwill's career development opportunities, call today.
You know the why for state-of-the-art fitness centers and amazing pools.
But we're so much more.
The why is where Delawareans improve their health.
Where our communities get stronger.
Where everyone belongs.
It's where we battle chronic disease.
Where cancer survivors restore their mind and body.
And weight loss goals become lifelong habits.
We are the why.
Good for you and good for the community.
How did DETV start and how did you get here?
DETV started approximately 10 years ago in the basement of my home. I had an idea to show people of color doing great things, but what happened was I got to the point that I said, I'm gonna just show people all together doing great things. The motto and the moral was to bring people together instead of using media to rip people apart. And doing that, you know, I just did a lot of hard work, a lot of free stuff, a lot of things of just showing people being themselves. I figured that media, and I saw that media wasn't doing that, so I just decided to give it a shot, not knowing that it would bring me to where I am today. I had a great journey doing it, met some amazing people, did some amazing things, worked on some amazing projects, you know, and with just a lot of hard work and a bunch of sacrifice, I'm here today. I done worked on everyone's campaign in the state of Delaware, and now, you know, I'm just doing what I do and doing it with friends. My biggest accomplishment right now would have to be this, hands down, without a doubt. We want to make sure that we inform the community wholeheartedly. So again, they can have all the information that they need. For more information, you can find us at detvch.com. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Twitter and Facebook under DETV. Be sure to check us out. Tell me what you think.
Good morning, Wilmington. I said good morning, Wilmington.
Wilmington, and this is the final guest, plural, guest of the show. I know, this one we're really excited about. So I'm here to introduce Ken Livingston from United Way, the director of Get Delaware Reading. And then we have Naeem Collins, the recreation program coordinator, as well as our spelling bee champions. Adine Finney, right here. Whoa, right, yep, where's the audience? We have Amir Lampkins right here. And then we have Sarah Barker. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Yes, thank you. Congratulations to you three.
Thank you.
Oh, really, that is an honor. So let's talk about it, right, Ivan?
Let's talk about it. I'm
So,
excited.
So tell us a little bit about, and gentlemen, please chime in at any time. I'll obviously be talking to Amir, Adine, and Sarah, but tell us a little bit about the event. So when was it?
The event was like February 22nd.
February 22nd, and where was it held at?
I think, I don't know the place, but.
So it was held at William Hicks Anderson Community Center.
Okay. Right on the west side.
Right on the west side. And so we had about 47 participants.
Excellent.
And as many people are watching today, we see 3 of our champions. And so we were well, actually we had 4 champions, but the 3 that show up today, but we're so honored to be able to put on such an event of that magnitude for the city of Wilmington. So it was pretty much a community spelling bee.
Right. What made you do that?
Well, it was also in partnership with United Way of Delaware. I am recreation program coordinator for the city of Wilmington. And generally when you think of a spelling bee, it's usually on the school level.
Right.
But we wanted to do for the city of Wilmington is actually to try to highlight and showcase young people who in our community who can spell, to try to increase their vocabulary, their linguistic prowess, and just to show people that we're behind them as a community.
Right. All right, Ken, you've been doing a lot of things with the United Way since you've been there. What does the spelling bee mean to you?
Man, that's a great question. The spelling bee means to me is just the time, the dedication, the hard work, and kind of when you, like you said earlier in the earlier segment, when you have an idea and then you put some partners together and then that idea comes to fruition. So for me, the spelling bee was just a long time coming. I'm glad that I had the opportunity to partner with Naeem in the city of Wilmington and just use connections that I have at throughout the state and in the schools, just to be able to promote, to advertise, get the students registered, and then have a location where we could have such a phenomenal event.
I love it. I love it. Okay, this is for you. What was the hardest word? What was the hardest word for you?
He couldn't wait to ask this question.
The hardest word for me was like around I think the word was intermediate or something like that.
Oh wow.
Okay.
How about you, Sarah?
Here, pass the mic. There you go. We're going to share the mic.
Either hydration or the word I got out on Delaware, just because I messed up letters on Delaware.
That's all right. These are tough words. And for you, sir? What was the word that you thought was the hardest word?
There was a word that I don't think I remember practicing, and I forgot the word.
It's okay. It's okay.
That's all right.
I think
That's
it
all
started
right.
with the
Listen,
R.
the fact that you had the courage to get in front of all those people and try something different.
Yeah.
And I remember when I participated in a spelling bee, I believe I was in 5th grade.
Wow.
And I was making it far in the spelling bee. I kept getting all the words right.
Right.
I don't remember the word that I got wrong. I'm sure my mom will remind me. She's like, I remember. But I remember being in front of all these people, and I was very nervous, but I knew I had to concentrate, and I had to stay focused on spelling the word. So could you kind of maybe you could tell me, anyone could share with me, how was it like? Did they ask you the word, and did they have to say it twice in a sentence? How was the experience like when it was your turn?
I was excited to spell the word because it seemed like I was going to do something that I haven't done before.
Nice, nice.
That's right.
How about you, Sarah?
Yep, share the mic.
Did you have fun?
Yeah,
How much fun did you have?
it was pretty fun.
It was pretty fun. Right. And for you, Amir?
So, what was the question again?
I know, right? We were talking about the experience. What was it like as far as how did they ask you the word? Did you have to put it in a sentence, or did the person asking you to spell the word put it in a sentence for you?
It was some words I asked them to put in a sentence, and some words I asked them to like repeat and stuff, so I could get the word correct and everything.
Oh, so you can ask them to repeat it again.
Yes.
Okay. So that's good. So were there any rules? I'm sure there was a ton of rules. Want to list some of the rules that you had? Do you remember?
I don't really remember.
Were you allowed to have any paper or
you
notebook?
was allowed to have paper to write the word in.
So you could have a notebook in your hand to
Yes.
write the word. Okay, that must have been very helpful, right?
We're going to have a grown-up spelling bee. We're going to have a grown-up spelling bee. Ken and Naeem, but please answer this for me. The importance of reading, how important is it for younger children today?
It's definitely very important for students to learn how to read, because we know that literacy is really the building blocks and the foundation for everything that you're set to do in life.
Right.
So we really wanted to have this spelling bee, once again, to promote literacy, but we wanted to do something out of the box to really promote and champion literacy, something that the students could have fun with. We wanted to ensure that we're increasing students' self-esteem.
Right.
We provided the definition of the words, so we're increasing the student vocabulary.
Right.
And also, once again, just as the dean mentioned, we're giving them the opportunity to do something that they might not have had the opportunity to do before. So we want them to expand and just continue to grow and learn, and just have fun with it. So I'm glad we had the opportunity to do it.
I'm glad you. I'm sorry, Vin.
No,
I'm glad
that's
you
okay.
brothers actually put this together, because and that we have a great opportunity to lift you up, and the three amazing students here, because it's something that within our community is definitely needed. And again, it's just an honor to have capeless superheroes here to just do what they do, not because of fame or fortune, because they care. I want to know, what do you all want to be when you grow up?
Oh, that's a good question.
So like, what I wanted to be is that I wanted to be like a car like company owner when I grew up, and like own some more like shopping companies and that.
Is his mom here? Good job, Mom. All right. How about you, Sarah?
I kind of want to do like some form of baking when I'm older.
I have a kitchen in the other studio, and we can create like some cooking shows for you. Dad, great job, Dad. All right. How about you?
I was thinking about being a gamer, but then I wanted to do something else, but I'm still thinking about.
Look, Mom, Dad, now, if you don't know, And I have to give a special shout out to mom and dad here. Do you know mom and dad?
Yes, we had them on the show.
No. Yes.
Lyrical
Now,
Math.
look, yo, mom and dad, y'all just hop behind me real quick. Come on, because I you guys freaking rock. Lyrical Math, mom and dad created this amazing program wrapped around math, right? And these two are freaking amazing. And real quick, can I see your microphone real quick? Because I want you to.
You know he's going to do.
Yeah. You shouldn't come here if you don't think I'm going to put you on the spot.
Understood.
Right. It's our network. We can do it. Go ahead and tell them about Lyrical Math.
So Lyrical Math is a data-proven, research-based hip-hop math program, math intervention program. We teach basic math skills through instructional hip-hop music.
Go ahead, girl.
You know what he's asking me to do now.
How long you been doing?
Oh, we've been rocking out for 8 years now.
Yes, 8 years.
So we partnered.
Go ahead.
I was going to say we partnered with a lot of schools and youth organizations in Delaware and outside of Delaware.
Yes.
Just want to push in and help close the math academic achievement gap.
Absolutely.
I remember
Superheroes, man.
I remember when you were on the show and we interviewed you. I think it was a little over a year ago, maybe 2 years ago.
Maybe about 2 years ago.
And I remember you saying that you had created this curriculum and that you were presenting it to schools.
Absolutely.
And this was the beginning of it.
Yes.
So it's nice to hear that it's continuing. You're in schools now, and you're obviously continuing to grow.
Both charter and public.
It's amazing.
Schools.
That's
Absolutely.
amazing. Very excited for you both.
And I just want to shout out brother Ken Livingston because he is one of the community partners that we've been able to work with. And brother Naeem, we've actually worked with him as well. So it's great to have people like you all.
We love these guys.
Right, and you all that, you see people in a community that have something to share with the people that you're working with and how we can all just connect. So thank you for everything that we
Oh, you're more than welcome. So I'm holding this check. Is this for us? For DETV?
No, it's for the champion.
Yeah, that was actually a Dean's check.
Okay,
yes.
So who won first place?
A Dean won first place.
Dean, you won first place. So that trophy, Ken, can you grab that trophy right there? That, or point to it. That trophy, bro, that's bigger than you, bro. But great job. Congratulations. Congrats. Give him a big round of applause.
Yes.
So you have 500 big ones. What you gonna do with it? Am I right?
He won $500.
I thought it was 5,000.
No.
Okay, you know anyway. $500. What are you gonna do with your $500?
I tithed it to the church, and I invested it.
Invested it?
He said invested.
Wow.
And then I used the rest of the money on a gift card.
All right. He said church, invest. I love it. I love it.
Perfect. I do want to make mention that Amir Lampkins was our second place winner. Congratulations.
Right. Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations. And then we had Sarah Barker as our third place. Congratulations.
Congrats, Sarah.
And then I do want to make mention to our fourth place winner, Genesis Rhine. Yep, Genesis Rhine is our fourth place winner. She wasn't able to be here, but we wanted to make note of that.
Awesome.
I do have a question for you, gentlemen. Can anyone participate in the spelling bee, or how did you narrow it down to the participants?
Very good question. Well, that was something that Ken and I was kind of working through. And we kind of narrowed it down to the 3rd to 5th graders, even though that we wanted to give opportunities for everyone, especially when it came down to the registration, because we did have a few first graders and even second graders, and I think I saw maybe one sixth grader, so that was hard to tell them no. But we wanted to kind of just maintain the integrity of the competition and keep it fair. And so unfortunately we had to kind of decline their participation at this time, but we said, we're going to put on more to be able to open up more opportunities for those in high school and even in the first, second, third grades.
How many applicants did you have?
We had a total of that evening 47.
Okay.
We went in with the goal of only having about 40.
Okay.
And then that was another logistics that Ken and I was working through because people have started to register, and even had a few, even at the day of the event, that wanted to register at that time. So we said, that was just little stuff that we're working through because it was our first.
Second was always better.
Second is always better. So the second time around, we'll have an alternate list. And people opportunity to be able to participate if they need to.
So Ken, what's next for you in the United Way? Because I know you're always doing something that's educational based and for the community. What's next? Because I don't want anyone to miss it.
Yeah, just continuing to champion literacy, honestly, Ivan. Just making sure that we get the word out about the importance of literacy. One of my superpowers at United Way is really being able to put books in students' hands.
Right.
So really just still fundraising and make sure that I'm going out to the community and also just being visible in our schools to ensure that students have books. And I want to always make sure that I give out books that students see themselves in, because we know those are the books that the students are going to continue to pick up and read. Right. So once again, just continuing to drive literacy, keeping on that cape, and just being out in the community. And once again, thank you to you for having us on, because during the spelling bee we were able to come on and do a commercial and do the show and really advertise the spelling bee. And to Naeem's point, like, we even had students that came to us from right across the line in PA, and then the student came to us from New Jersey as well.
Wow.
So it was really leveraging the support of DETV to get the word out about the spelling bee that we were able to leverage and recruit so many students to participate.
That's what we do. We work together, right? For the bigger goal, for the common goal, right? And we do it without asking any questions. All right. Woo! Okay, I'm charged up for the day. All right.
I know.
Give me a word. Give me a word. Give me a word.
Before we leave, I would be remiss if I didn't say thank you to all of our parents.
Yes.
All of our community leaders, our teachers, our advocates, United Way of Delaware, the city of Wilmington, Councilwoman Brigida Fields. So we just want to thank all of our partners and our sponsors who really helped to make this spelling bee come to fruition. Once again, we are in the process of planning our next one.
Wow.
So be on the lookout. We look forward to coming back to talk to you about the next one that we do. We definitely want to say congratulations to our winners again. Yes. We hope that they'll participate in the next one.
Oh, they can come back.
Yeah, they get to come back. So definitely be on the lookout for that information, and thank you again.
All right, stay up. Let me see your shirts real quick. Let me see your all three. Let me see your shirts. Spelling bee competition. All right. All right. Look, there you have it. Another amazing and energy-filled show. Yes. Everything from women in aviation, black women in aviation, to the amazing kids that we have here that can spell everything under the sun. Love it.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
We'll see you tomorrow. Good Morning Wilmington. It's your main man, Big Ive.
And Vincenza. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you follow on all social media platforms and continue the conversation that we always like to have here. Continue to inspire, continue to make a difference, and do good.
All right. Good Morning Wilmington.